Welcome everyone to Logic's Legendary Challenges, with Karadok as the Sons of Sigmar, taking on RamzoPanzo as the Dowie. So here for the Dwarfs, we are going to have 5 units of the miners with blasting charges in the front, going to be supported here by an extra unit of miners, and in the back here, 5 units of the nice stalked rangers. For the very back line, we are going to have 4 units of the Slayers, including here the Dragonback Slayers, coming in with the added physical resistance and the power of the Dragonback. 2 units of cannons at the back, 440 range, the most accurate cannons here in the game. And in the back for the Lord Choice, we are going to have Grombrindle, the White Dwarf. The legendary man himself here with Foeseeker, and Grombrindle has no fear, so coming in relatively cheap there for himself. Now for the challenger, we are going to have Karadok coming in with one of Logic's challenges. That's going to be 4 units of the grenade launchers at triple gold chevron here in the front line. 5 units of the Huntsman, some at triple chevron, some at double here, just dotted in and around. The Zinsler's Reichsguard, which is going to be the Regiment of Renowned Reichsguard. And here in the middle, we are also going to be having the Deathjack Archers. An extra unit in the back here with the Sterling's Revenge, the Free Company Militia. And here on the front, we are going to be getting Marcus Wolfhart. Here with just the net today, so you can't move there for up to 11 seconds. So this is a build that I put forward. The players had to challenge on the ladder, so they can only play ladder matches here, which means that you can limit it here to 3 regiments of renown. And kind of the idea behind this build was to get as many vanguarding units as possible. And this is basically the only way you can really play as the Empire whilst having a full vanguarded build. Now, it's not the most elite one, but I said anybody can send in a replay here, and the one that I find the best, I'm going to give it a good cast. So here in the middle, we can see miners in the front. They're going to be getting shot here by the arrows coming in for the Huntsman. And Huntsmen generally have about 4 AP per missile, so they're going to do pretty well here up against the miners in the front that have no shields. Anti-armor is okay, but it's not going to do too well here up against the mass fire of Huntsmen. Cannon's going to be shooting the back up against the Outrider grenade launchers, but they're going to be coming around on the flank as well. So they're going to be charging down here up against these Slayers, and I think with no armor, they're going to do some exceptional damage. So the Zinsler's Reichsguard are going to be coming over. A nice little rare unit that I kind of want to showcase. Something we never see here in the community for such a gorgeous unit for the Empire. It's something that I really wish was better. Like immune to psychology, Vanguard deployment, some really, really nice stats indeed. I just wish they were just so much better here in the community. But sadly, they do always fall short. In the middle, lovely charges here. Look at the damage coming out of the grenade launchers. So much there up against the Slayers. Pretty much one volley there. Going to be downing them by about 40% health. So nice work there coming in from Karadok. Really getting aggressive and pushing into the back. In the front here, Arrow's still going to be getting shot here into the miners in the front. 1 unit has been broken. 2nd unit as well. Make that a 3rd unit getting broken here in the front line. Now, blasting charges are going to get pushed to and onto the Sterling's Revenge. Bit of a mistake there coming out of Karadok, but he is now going to fight in combat. Sterling's Revenge do have ITP, Vanguard deployment as well, and they're going to be relatively okay, 36 on 32, but they do struggle with their AP stats. In the back here, we do have Zinsler's Reichsguard. They're going to be shutting down the Ranger in the back. The Rangers not going to be too heavy there on the armor, but going to pay a lot here towards having Stalk. But the nice elite men here of Sigmar are going to be charging straight to the back and breaking this from left to right, doing some really nice work. But in come the Slayers. Now they're going to be a great tool here to take down the Zinsler's Reichsguard. But of course here, they are going to get shut down by just the mass range here in the back. Now, the nice thing here about the Deathjacks, they're going to be coming in with that nice Stalk, and also here, the Snipe ability, which remains hidden even whilst firing. So you have to get nice and close and get into the face of these legendary heroes to try and see if you can challenge them. In the middle, the Sterling's Revenge are going to go hand-to-hand here up against the Slayers, and the Slayers here, they will fight very strong, and look at that, a gorgeous net coming down on them as well, so they're just going to get shot here, grenade launchers, you name it, they're going to really rip apart these Slayers here in the middle. So we do get a return here with the miners with blasting charges. It looks like here they're going to be firing into the side of the Outriders. And yeah, that's going to be a pretty tough day here. Only 30 armor here for the grenade launchers. Can they fire back? Can they outtrade though is the question. I think the likelihood is going to be yes. They do have 100 range, so they are going to outrange the 55 here of the miners. But blasting charges, not as much damage as I would have thought. You can see here they're going to take a bunch of punishment in return. So a mass break here in the front line coming from the Dowie. We can see a bit of wavering here for the Rangers, but they are going to start to return. 1 unit has been seen here in the middle. Cannon's going as well. There's going to be 26 kills here and 34 for the 2nd unit. And in the background, Grombrindle, I'd like to see him get a little bit more involved. Maybe put a little bit of pressure here on Marcus Wolfhart. Force a net or 2 out here, maybe even just on him. So you can start using some of your more mobile units like the Slayers to get in and do all the dirty work. Now in the back, the Outrider grenade launchers firing up against the lightly armoured cannons. Only 40 armour for those, so those grenade launchers can really rip that apart. And you can see here the Slayers are going to be chasing down up against the grenade launchers. And there we go. So we are going to push them off just for now. In the back here, we have the Sentinel's Rights Guard doing some lovely work, still butchering up against those Rangers, really shutting down that back line and preventing this, a little bit of a skirmish game that we can do here and there. In the middle of the miners, going to be trying to see if they can charge onto the Huntsman. Huntsman shooting into the Dragonback Slayers. Now coming in with that missile resistance, here with a nice bronze shield they do get, which is going to be the whirling axes, where you get 30%. Also coming on top of that physical resistance, so when they're going to be charging down, that could be anything up to 50% like kind of missile resistance here to small missiles like the Huntsman. So all of those kind of small things there do add up to make a big difference. In the middle here, still going very strong. This Sentinel's Right Guard, 20 models left, 108 kills. Excellent performance there for such a great and fantastic unit. In the middle of the Slayers, 51 models, going to be down to about 40% HP. We can see the outright grenade launcher still making absolute mincemeat in here. With 84 speed, it's going to be super tough to catch. In the back, we have some more. Looks like they were shooting down the Slayers. I'm trying to see if we get a bit of a pinch here, kind of like this here coming in for the Dowie player. Trying to see if we can maybe catch off the Outriders. In the middle here, it looks like one Slayer is going to be remaining. He's going to be charging into the back here up against the Huntsman. And I think here they might, I think they're just going to ignore him as he kind of just slams there into the back. Got rid of the White Dwarf though. He's going to be fighting in the middle, trying to see if we can take down the Death Jacks. And over here on the side, looks like Marcus Wolfhart is just going to be kind of doming him, or at least trying to. He's really getting kind of those shots up and over the top. And, he could certainly struggle here with Marcus Wolfhart in line of sight. You can see a lot of the Huntsmen, they aren't going to be running out of ammunition. They are going to get accuracy increase and also the rate of fire increase here for having more chevrons. Dragonback Slayers at 10 models, still fighting here up against Huntsmen. Not great stats, 20 and 21, but they should be able to do okay with Dragonbacks pretty much having no armor. In the back here, still going strong. Rangers, they're going to be down to 15 models, but they're going to be shooting into the middle, trying to see what damage they can do up against the Sentinel's Rights Guard. 6 AP per missile, so they can still perform pretty well here up against the heavily armored knights of the Sigmarites. In the back, Arrow's going to be leaved here into the back up against these Slayers. What's going to be going down here? 11 models. Outrider grenade launchers as well are going to be firing in, doing some really, really good work indeed. They're going to be finished off rather quickly. And in the back here, a nice little catch here for the Dowie. Banter power in the Sigmar favor. Well, we can see a bit of kite here from Marcus Wolfhart. And it's like Gromodel is going to be in chase. Do we have any sort of support here for the man, the myth, the legend? It looks like we do have some Huntsmen returning. Looks like they might fight in melee combat here up against Grombrindle. And he's not quite going to get the prize there of Marcus Wolfhart. He's going to be 36 speed, which is just going to be enough to get away from Grombrindle here. With Fosig, he will be up to 40 speed, but 32 otherwise. So for the most part, the Dowie have been shut down here. We can see Slayers in the back going to be fighting up against the Huntsman. And here in the middle, we are going to be having Grombrindle going hand-to-hand here up against the Huntsman. He's doing absolute best, but you can see his left flank is available to be shot here by Marcus Wolfhart. Marcus Wolfhart maybe got over to this sort of location to the right-hand side. He'd be comfortably able to shoot into the back of Grombrindle and hopefully finishing him off here up against the remainder of the force. So in the back here, mines and blasted charges cannons have been shattered. That is going to be army losses, I think, for the most part. But I think Grombrindle being so healthy is just going to hold up balance of power. So it's just going to be a little bit of a skip on here. Looks like we're going to shoot with the Outrider grenade launchers. A nice, gorgeous net going down. That's going to be 11 seconds of absolute butchery. And he's just going to be standing still. And I think that is going to be the very, very end. 4 heroic Dragonback Slayers are going to be left. The Death Jacks do not have any ammunition, but they should be able to get in here and do the rest of the work that is needed. They go down to 31, 5 HP. And that is going to be the end with a GG's well played here. Coming in for Karadok and the Sigmarites. So for RamzoPanzo, we got 27 kills, 400 damage value for Grombrindle, the White Dwarf. 0 there for the miners. Blasting charges coming in at 0, 227, 284, 112, and 101. Sadly getting shut down here by some nice skirmish play by the Huntsman. A bit of added help from the Sterling's Revenge. And those grenade launchers really going on the flanks certainly shut down all of these Slayers. So 86, 260, as well as 265, and 942 there for the Dragonback Slayers. We've got 350, 350, 700, 822, and 640 for the Rangers. And the cannons coming in at 1,100 and 850. So yeah, good work there from the cannons for sure. So this gorgeous build here that we had a bit of a laugh in VC. Somebody challenged me and said, no, there's no way you can make a full Vanguard build for the Empire. I certainly proved them wrong, and I said as a joke, anybody that does play this build and gets a win, on the best win that essentially comes forward, I will cast you on the channel. And it was such an awesome build that I was like, go on, if you get a good game, I'll cast it. But we got 1.7k here for Marcus Wolfhart, 630 there for the Jeff Jacks, with 630, 700, 550, 350, and 500 for the Huntsman. Performing pretty well overall. 440 there for the Sterling's Revenge, with 1,544 for the Sentinel's Rights Guard. You're going to have 163 kills, 1,580, 1,269 kills, 780 for 13, and 436 for 38 kills. So the Outriders actually performing extremely well here in this matchup, which is quite surprising. They do have good AP and explosive AP damage, so, you know, they can certainly rip apart against a lot of the Dowie force. So what an awesome game. I hope you guys did enjoy this one. I will be leaving another challenge here straight after this one today. So do go check out the channel there on Discord, and maybe you can take part as well and see yourself on the channel. But yes, do leave a like if you did enjoy this. Smash a comment down below about what you thought as well. I'd love to know all your thoughts and opinions for this amazing build here that we created. And if you did enjoy it, do feel free to smash that subscribe button. I've just hit over 1,000 thanks to all of you very, very kind people. And of course here, the more we grow, the bigger we get, the more I can offer all of you. And if you haven't already, do check out that description where you can find all my other social media platforms, including Twitch. But most importantly, that Discord. On that Discord, you can find this challenge and anything I ever do here on Twitch or YouTube. That's going to be all my content for single player, multiplayer, my leagues and tournaments, including the Shorebeard League, and also here the replays for casting for all other replays that you may have or want to see here on the channel in the future. So other than that, I've been your boy Logic. Take care of yourself during these times, and I'll see you all very, very soon.